Hello? Um, Hello. My name is Jessica. Welcome to another one of my videos. My gosh, today is actually June 11th, 2012. And there's a first time for everything. You did that? This is actually the first time I legally made a video. Well, not legally. This is the first time I made a video legally using my name. It was so cool. Oh, first of all, thanks to everybody. I mean, today is June 11th, 2012, and it is hot out here in Texas. Mm. Lemonade. It's near the triple digits already. It's already near 100. Um, Texas weather. So, yes, legally, I had my name changed last week. It's actually kind of cool because I got everything signed and I got it put in the envelope. And I went and got my driver's license, which was cool. I saw the same DMV. I mean, I didn't see the same DMV lady. I saw her. She was next. This poor guy. Must have been fresh out of high school or going to work for DMV or something. But no, it was cool. I went to the judge. Let me backtrack. All right. First of all, I got to thank everybody. My videos are. Oh wow! Look at that. I mean, they're a little out there. They just sometimes they don't make any sense. Oh wow, there's another one. Anyway, so I want to thank you all. I know my videos are kind of long, like super long, like long, and so thank you all. So yes, that marked a very big, huge day for me. So now it is legally Jessica Annette. Um, So the judge, the first thing I did, man, we went in to see the judge. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon, and then all of a sudden these people started showing up, other people. And later I found out they were divorce cases and stuff like that. So basically, the the wife, the ex-wife, whatever, was going in there to get their name changed, because they were getting divorced. So there was about 10 other cases in there. The first case, my gosh, I mean, it was the same judge, and we walked in the courtroom, and this case was still going on, so it was going late, and unfortunately it was racist, which I ain't racist or nothing, but no, they were, because there were different races in there, and I guess they had a kid, and the judge was going, anyway, they brought us out, thank goodness, because ours was not, they had two lawyers up front, and this entitled all kinds of garbage. Ours were nothing like that, so. But I was like, whoa, what am I stepping into? Man, this judge is going to be pissed off before my turn comes up, and I'm like, oh. But no, the lady was very helpful. My attorney, she was very, very helpful. I mean, obviously, I had all my paperwork in check, my fingerprints, all this stuff, and my FBI, I brought that, so that helped out a lot. So if you go get your name changed, it doesn't hurt to go get the FBI letter, and they send you a little envelope, and so that didn't hurt having that. So anyway, a couple things in the courtroom, it was brought up that I was transgender to the judge, that, hey, I'm not committing any kind of fraud. In fact, my credit's really good. I had a business account. So everything like that helped. And then from last Tuesday, I actually had to wait, or it was Monday, the last one. I didn't get to see the judge till like 10 minutes to 7. 10 minutes. It was like 6:52, and I didn't get out of the courtroom until like 7:04. So it was really quick, but it seemed like forever. By the time I got up to see the judge, nobody else was in the room. So I think they planned it that way. I mean, come on, somebody changing their name from Mike all the way to Jessica. It's kind of obvious. It's not like I went from Tony with a Y to Tony with an I. mean, but they saved me for the very, very last, and they did that. That's why I was so late getting out. But it all worked out for the best. Nobody was in the courtroom except for my fiance, which God bless her soul. I do love her, and wow, she was there with me, supporting me the whole way. So I went back Wednesday. It took a couple days for them to actually, the county clerk, to go file it. So I went and I got 10 copies. They didn't let me bring my copies and stamp them. I had to go get certified, which no big deal. They were $1 a paper. It was like $20. I got 10 copies. I haven't even had to use one yet, so I'll tell you a little bit about that. So my name change was really, really cool. And it wasn't, I was all worried. And I had butterflies all day. I was jumping up and down and, you know, being in front of the judge. And it was really a lot of support. It was really, really good. So Wednesday I go back to the courthouse and at like 9 o'clock in the morning, almost first thing. And I picked up my copies, which was cool. And then the first place I went was to Social Security, and can you believe it? I mean, I already got my Social Security card. I mean, it's in there, so it is official. But that was Wednesday. Today's what, Monday? So your Social Security card comes in really darn quick. I got my new Social Security card. And then I went over to the DMV. Now the DMV was like super, super cool. I'll show you a sort of kind of a picture here. Anyway, I saw the lady that, you know, did the 5 shots, you know, but she was like next. You know, she was overcome. So I was able to wave hi to her and stuff, say thank you. And she's like, oh, how you doing? But, so this poor guy, he looked like he was out of high school, probably out of college, young, in his at least 20s, early 20s. He's like, you know, he wasn't, everybody was really, really nice. But I had all the paperwork, so, and got it done. But I had a hazmat endorsement on my, because I have the truck driver license, and mine was going to expire next year anyway, my birthday. So in about 11 months, it's going to expire again. And I was like, you know what, just go ahead and renew it now. And then halfway through, it's like, oh, by the way, when you renewed it, it took away your hazmat. So I'm like, so now I don't got a hazmat. I should have just kept it. But that's all right. I made them cut my old one up, obviously. So they cut up the old ugly. I know I shouldn't say ugly. It's just, I can't believe that's mean. So they cut up that one. I still got my other one. It still says mine, but I got the paper one, and you just saw that. So it's woohoo. So I did that. What else did I do? Oh, I went to the after I got that done, which was no problem. It was like $61 because I got the truck driver renewed, so I'm good till 2018 now. I went over back to the courthouse and did my business name because, you know, hello, I'm going to lose my business credit card. So instead of having Jessica Annette and the last name Wilkerson as my business name, I went back to the courthouse and I registered a new one saying Jessica Annette, apostrophe S. So if I opened up a restaurant called Jessica Annette's, but anyway, I got it registered for 10 years at the courthouse, so I don't have to do that for a long time. Went to my bank because I had to go get that notarized, and I ended up changing one of my bank accounts that day, which was cool. The ladies there at the bank were really nice. Everybody was really super nice. I mean, got my truck title for my pickup. I got it switched over, which was really cool because if you get pulled over and you don't have all your paperwork, believe me, they're going to want to get that done. And she told me it would go in the system about 48 hours, and then, of course, it'll take, 4 to 8 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks to get my title from the state of Texas with my new name. So, and I had to sell it to myself on the back of the title, which I don't know if I really agreed with, because they charged me another $30, but as long as I didn't have to re-register and nothing, I didn't have to pay no new fees or nothing, so they didn't screw me over too bad on that. And that pretty much wiped me out for one day. I did all that on Wednesday because I had to keep on going back to my bank, and finally got one of my banks switched over. So now it says Jessica Annette on top, and then Jessica, Jessica Annette's, with the apostrophe S on the bottom is my business name. So the next day, I went up to Dallas because you know what, I needed to get me a doctor's note because I still got a lot to do, but I got to get my passport. Okay, on my driver's license, they still kept that nasty little M, which I hate. So anyway, I got my letter. Let's see, to ensure Jessica and that, as basically oops, I just did it. It just basically is for the passport. I better not show that. So anyway, that is done. And I got to fill out my paperwork for my passport still. I did a couple of faxes already. My first job, my truck driver job, Swift. I worked for Swift for like 6 months. They went ahead and allowed me to change my name on my past history, on my work history. So I still got that. Walmart said it wasn't, and they weren't going to do it. It wasn't necessary. A couple other places, because it goes by Social Security number. So kind of, hopefully, it doesn't affect too much about getting another job. I'm still. Anyway, I went up to Dallas. I got the doctor's note. But she kind of goofed up a few times. First time she put Mike, a.k.a. Jessica, and I'm like, wait a minute here. That Mike is no more. Here's the court paper. I showed it to you already. Mike's none of that. So she had to write out another one, and then she goofed up on a date and when she signed it, when she notarized it. So they had to mail me another one. So I got that in today. So I can go get my passport this next week. Went to my Chase Bank, but they were way the nicest. They even had, everybody I went to. I even went to Capital One because I don't bank at Capital One. I got a Capital One credit card now, but I stopped at Capital One Bank to get that updated. And they're fixing that. They're sending me a new one. Chase is all updated. I think they're still working on my business account, updating it, but it's like everybody. Why did you pick the name? How did you pick the name? Stuff like that. It was really, really neat. And this whole thing is like all my paranoias before. It's like just vanished. It's like cool. It's like it's starting to justify a lot of this, or my happiness. It's definitely doing that, but it's sort of almost like I was worried for nothing. Trying to hide for nothing. I mean, yes, my transition is like I've been super, super lucky. So in the first place, and last week, of course, Tuesday, before I went to the courthouse, I was all excited and ecstatic, and that Monday, the minute I got out of the courthouse, I went to town and my fiance drove. Thanked her. Kind of went out and celebrated. Had about one too many, maybe two too many. I don't know. I did karaoke, and I didn't. What did I pick? Ozzy Osbourne, Dreamer. That's not a karaoke song. I had to wait till at least this many minutes into the video, that way, because I know people watch it and then click off, so maybe not everybody. But it was all fun, and all this is working out. I still got to get my GED updated. I faxed over. I had to call on the phone and fax over because I got property down in south near Livingston, near Houston. So I got that updated. So Jessica owns that. I got a couple more pieces. Small little, believe me, when I say pieces of property there, mosquito land cheap. But believe me, I'm gonna want them on eBay for a couple thousand. So, but anyway, I got land. I got to go through and update that like I did with my truck, in case I want to sell it or something like that. What else has been going on? I've been so excited, so dizzy. My gosh, with the waiting in line and, just not really getting what people see. So it's all cool. What else have I done this week? This is all I've been busy with. There is so much stuff that I still got to do. I got all the passport forms. I guess I got to fill out. I got a gold one, got a blue one, a purple one, a yellow one with blue polka dots. So I got to fill these out. I got to get that done. My unemployment's still giving me a little bit of a racket. They haven't, so it's 4 weeks they owe me now. Because they were going off of last year's funds, and then they switched over to this year, so now they're still reviewing it, I guess. I don't know. I should be able to get that. Otherwise, I feel like, I don't know. Kind of weird. But at least I got that lump sum done prior. I've just been having fun, being myself, doing all this stuff, being amazed at how people's reactions really, it's like, so what? She's getting her name done, her name changed. It's like my letter, states, this patient has undergone the appropriate clinical treatment for gender transition to the new role of female. And, at least I got me a copy of that now. I'm going to keep that in my purse, but, everything, it's just, wow. And then, of course, when I speak on the phone and faxing people, I get frustrated over my voice. I'm not practicing as much as I should, though, so I do need to start practicing that a little bit more. Make it a breathy and longer. So, there's just so many smiles, I can't explain it. I wanted to update everybody, though. Hopefully, I get my driver's license back in a couple days. Tomorrow or the next day, probably the next day, because I need to study for my hazmat again. I want to go retake my hazmat test so I can go get that, because I want to need that extra clout, I am sure. Ooh, she's got a hazmat. So I would need to get that. I already got my Social Security card. So as soon as I get my picture ID, it'll be all. But it's so neat when you get all this done. And even when I got this letter from the Social Security office today, it's like, whoa, it starts to sink in. But I'm sure it will really, really sink in when I get my photo ID. I get my photo ID. I've seen it. I show you the black and white. That's just temporary. Anyway, I am rambling. I gotta go. I got stuff. I gotta study for my hazmat. I still gotta, like I said, do other stuff, let other people know. I gotta get my GED updated, I'm sure, because I got my GED in the state of California, so they will update that, thank goodness. Um, which is really cool. It kind of bugged me, though, because I called Walmart up. I didn't drive a truck for them, but I worked 4.5 years for them. I was like, they're like, no, we don't update the name. I'm like, oh, okay. They all go by Social Security cards or numbers, so yeah, so be it. At least Swift did so far, so. And they're right, because when they pull up the Social Security card and they do background check, they're gonna know anyway. So there is no hiding the fact. People think they're gonna hide, and it's just not gonna work. And my hair is woo. I saw that one. It was like way back there. I gotta go. This video is getting long already. So this is me, Jessica, signing out. You just gotta remember. I mean, like, again, I thank everybody. Because everybody is part of my support group. You guys are all. I mean, I see the views, I see the subscribers. I thank you all. I really do. I do these videos for me. They're kind of neat to look back and see, and to document this part, to look back and see how happy everything is. And nothing's changed. It's neat. It's important. It's good, and I owe a lot to you folks. So I definitely want to say thank you. I'm sort of, leaving my foot out the door when I make these things, but you know what? If it helps a couple people out there, even if I screw up and goof up, if it helps people, help to not do what I do, it's great. So, I think the last video, somebody said my happiness is like contagious, and that's like a super cool compliment. Thank you. So, anyway, I gotta remind you, just gotta remember, you gotta be true. You gotta be yourself. Until next time, peace.